Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of NuGamers podcast. My name is Costanza and I'm a junior project manager in All Digital based in Brussels. Today I'm happy to be joined by Francesca and Tommaso. Francesca works at Future Games and she's the project coordinator of NuGamers, while Tommaso works at Cineglassa. He's another project partner and he has been mainly responsible for the toolkit of the project. We just finished 2 days of training, about which Tommaso will tell us more. But first, I would like to start with a brief introduction to the project with Francesca. And I would like to ask you if you can tell us a bit more about the project and what has been done during these 2 years and what specific needs or challenges have been addressed.
Yeah, thank you a lot, Costanza. Practically, the project started almost 2 years ago. The scope of the project is to try to find new tools for schools which provide education in game development in order to get more girls involved in their courses. There are still few women in the game industry, and this is perceived as a problem. That's why we started working on this topic. In these 2 years of project, we started with a research about what are the challenges and motivations for girls and women to study or pursuing a career in the game development field. We produced the NuGamers framework where we collected some data and information. Thanks to some interviews and focus groups, we also created a handbook where we grouped the challenges into 3 different phases of the career in game development. The first phase is when secondary school students has to choose their career path. The second phase is when they are in education. And the third phase is when they start seeking for a job. Based on these challenges and motivators, we designed some tools which can be done by teachers in classes, but also by students themselves. During these couple of days, we tested these tools because we want to polish them and also have some feedback from people with different backgrounds. So during these 2 days, we had students from secondary school, students from Future Games, and teachers from secondary school, university, and vocational education.
Thank you, Francesca. Tommaso, would you like to add something more to the training? How was the program and what were currently the main highlights of the training?
Thank you very much for having me on this activity. We started from the handbook, and our idea as partnership was to take out of the handbook some issue. The construction of the toolkit was about providing with some really concrete tool and activity the VET educators and teachers for schools in these 3 different phases Francesca told you. In the agenda, we put different activities taken from this toolkit in order to have feedbacks from these 3 phases. So some activity was about the initial stage, so coming in to the path of this academy, school, and education. Other activities were during the courses, and another was how to be prepared to the entering into the job market. The idea, the ratio was to split leadership of this activity. And for every partner, we developed at least 2 different tools composing this toolkit. Students also were going to hear different voices, different approaches. From my point of view, this is also part of learning, where you are not in touch with just my voice, my methodologies, my way also of training, but they touches different things, different methodologies. We started from the very beginning. The thing was that in our audience, we had teachers, students, educators, and trainers, and it was very interesting from the beginning, the establishment of some common rules and was important from our point of view as partners, but also from the students one, to mix the audience. So to do this activity all together with no hierarchical relation. So we as experienced during these 2 days, we like to say, to name ourselves, and the less experienced one. During these 2 days, we had a lot of group works. We were almost 25 to overcome shy people, introverted issues. We worked in groups composed by 2, 3, 4 members, performing different activities. This was very good in order to collect more information and to engage more people. Also within this group, we had students, teachers, and educators. This was very formative, I think.
I totally agree. One of the best things of the training was the melting pot of different backgrounds in terms of age, work, studies. Also, I like very much how yesterday morning you saw the girls very shy, sitting a bit far from each other and not feeling very confident, while now in the afternoon or at lunch they were all together talking and having fun. We gave them very engaging activities where they could work together, and I think that was something they really enjoyed. Thank you both very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.